song Rose of Sharon, which I believe is going to open the record, is maybe my favorite song on the record. And it sort of came out of a little riff that introduces the song as soon as it starts on the acoustic guitar. I don't play a lot of acoustic guitar, but I write on the acoustic, and this made sense to keep it on the acoustic. And Rose of Sharon is a name. Rose of Sharon was the name of the daughter of the main character Henry Fonda played in, it's Grapes of Wrath, of course. It's not Henry Fonda's book, but his daughter is Rose of Sharon, and I just like the old-timey kind of quality of that. You know, it's a name from a different era. And what I was playing on the guitar was kind of haunting in that way. And the image of a rose kind of came to me. And, you know, in thinking about that, what would it be called, you know? And it eventually morphed into Rose of Sharon. I found a way to use that name, which I thought was very cool. Day of the Planets is the one song on the record that comes directly out of my own personal experience. I generally try to write out of my own personal experience, but because I really opened this record up to a lot of different possibilities, it's a little bit more songs that I have written. But Day of the Planets is very personal to me, and it was inspired and written by astrological events. The song Howling at the Moon is a co-write with a young man I've been working with a little bit lately. His name is Kyle Swan, and Kyle's a very talented songwriter, singer, musician, just overall. And he lives in the same town where I live, small town in Southern California here, and we met. So I thought, well, let's see if we can do something together. And so indeed, he's contributed lyrically to the record. All the music is mine, but that song, I gave him a guitar riff and a few chords, and I said, see what you can do. It's a blues, just write a blues. And so he wrote the lyrics to this song, Howling at the Moon. I played with him a little bit on my own, but I credit those lyrics largely to him. And this thing it's a serious rocker. That's the most rockin' number on the entire record, I would say. I am a fan of a band called Alabama Shakes, and their vibe inspired Rainbow Cover. I wanted to write something that had a guitar riff that was out of the R&B tradition, that was very upbeat and that was very upfront to drive the song. And from there, the song pretty much wrote itself. It was one of those songs that came very easily, actually, and I think it had to do with the upbeat feel. You just, you know, when you feel upbeat, you're in a good mood, creativity comes through a little easier, I think. Justified was a chorus that I had the first two lines of, probably in my notebook for about 2 years. And finally, I just sat down to write the song. Every now and then you just have to go, let's write this song. And so I did. And it came a lot easier from that moment on than it had in the past 2 years. And it has as a guest Kev Mo. And the song has a very southern kind of a funky, down-home quality to it. And Kev was perfect for a vocal duet with me. And it's another song that's good time, humorous kind of feeling. So close to you, you're the very breath of... Lisa Jenkins, one of my management team, introduced me to ZZ Ward, whom I was unfamiliar with, but she's very talented, young singer, songwriter, plays some guitar, plays some harmonica, and the pairing was suggested, and I really enjoyed the opportunity to write for someone else, you know. I mean, for us, indeed, but it's a different kind of song than I would normally write, and I really enjoyed the process. High Heels and Throwing Things is really just, it started with a riff on the guitar, and this song is basically meant to be funny. It's humorous, but it's also very funky. The rhythm section really came up with some beautiful stuff for the song, and it took a while to find the proper groove, but we did find it, and I like it a lot. Cause of War is basically a song about a bad news woman. The chorus of the song is, "A girl like that is the cause of war." And so, again, you know, a bit sarcastic, a little bit on the humorous side, and really a great raw live track from the band, real strong guitar riff on it. The song "So Long for You" was written by my nephew, Gabriel Ford, who is a songwriter. He's primarily a drummer, and in fact he has been the drummer for the band Little Feat for the last 4 years. And I've recorded one of his songs in the past, a song called "Too Much" that he wrote. I recorded on a record called Truth. And every time I do a record, I let him know, and I ask him to send me something. So he sent this, and I really liked it a lot. He's a very interesting fellow, and the lyric is a little out there, a little difficult to understand maybe, but nonetheless, the whole thing works all of a piece. The Same Train was written entirely by my friend Kyle Swan, who co-wrote a couple of the songs on the record, and finally came up with his own completely original piece of music. Kyle Swan, very talented, and he's playing harmonica on it. Very funky, great feeling song. The title, "Stone Cold Heaven," I really like, and the song started as a title, "Stone Cold Heaven." The notion is that the chorus says, "Stone cold heaven says no. Don't go to places you should not go." So the idea is that, you know, you're pushing your luck in certain situations, and it's actually the good that you're running into. You know, you're running into stone cold heaven. You're not running into something bad. So it's kind of like a take on, you know, there's sort of an interesting twist on that, stone cold heaven. Like, heaven's supposed to be warm and love and light, you know. But heaven also says, no, that you can't do that.
Stone cold